Hello, everybody. Welcome into Perspectives. I'm your host, Sam Jones. The Tulsa Foundation for Architecture, created in the 90s to celebrate Oklahoma's architectural heritage, and Executive Director Malinda Blank is here to talk about it. And you're not a blank, so
I have a few things.
I'll get word to you whoever started that. What's this all about? What is it you're trying to preserve?
So Tulsa Foundation for Architecture, we really are focused on the historical preservation of the amazing buildings and architecture we have here in Tulsa. And we do that through education, which typically looks like public programming, advocacy, so helping people from historic tax credits to advocating for saving buildings and renovating them as opposed to raising them, and through archives. I think not many people realize that Tulsa Foundation for Architecture actually has about 70,000 pieces in our archival collection.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything from blueprints, original architectural drawings, photographs, newspapers, even a few building fragments of buildings.
Where do you house it?
At our building downtown. Yeah, in our basement.
Is it open to the public to come by and see?
We always give tours if anyone's interested, or if they're interested in volunteering in our archive, we're open to that as well.
I think that's really intriguing. What are we seeing here, for example?
Oh, yes. Those are some pieces from our archive, the Tulsa Union Depot downtown. That's actually, one of my photographs.
So then,
The Silcade.
someone wanted to know the history of that building,
Yes.
you would have access and be able to provide it.
Yes. And actually, we have an online database that's searchable, accessible to the public. We have about 35,000 images uploaded into that database now that anyone can search and see if maybe the plans for their home are in our collection, or a building that they're interested in they can learn more about.
I got to tell you, I don't mean any disrespect when I say this, but the city of Tulsa is such a hodgepodge of differential designs and architecture. I mean, it just blows you away.
Yeah.
You say, well, you can't categorize that one with this one.
Right.
How do you put it all together?
To me, I think you can really understand a city's history by the styles of architecture. So a city builds when they're economically successful. So for example, when the oil boom hit, Art Deco was really successful, and that's why we have so much Art Deco. So you can kind of see how Tulsa ebbed and flowed through the years based on the styles and when we were building buildings, which I think is a really beautiful way to look at a city and its history.
It's a proven fact that anytime a city is proud of its symphony or any other cultural thing, they want my pen, they always have to recognize a woman is responsible without fail. Tulsa is no exception. Every time someone in the oil industry said, well, we need to get some musicians in, start a symphony.
Yeah.
If you check, his wife started that.
Yeah.
Every time. Have you found that to be true?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think everyone can, appreciate the arts, but it certainly does seem to be a trend.
Well, I know if you get on Boston, for example, let me take that back one step further. When the oil boom was at its zenith, I mean, when it was really roaring, there were men involved in the oil boom who said, look, we need a way to get to the bank, and we don't want to walk on the streets carrying all this money.
Yeah.
So they built tunnels.
Yeah.
Underneath, and the tunnels are open for tours.
They are, yes. And actually, TFA offers tours twice a year of our tunnels. We're doing one this Saturday.
Yeah.
And then we're doing it again on August 8th. And those tickets are available now.
Well, I've been on that ticket tour. My wife and I made the tour. It's been several years ago, but they've even the big vault.
Yeah.
That you can walk by.
Yeah, it's amazing what's
there. Is no way in the world that you could penetrate that.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty amazing. How many buildings have you guys managed to chronicle?
Oh, good grief. That's a tough question. I mean, we have thousands and thousands of buildings in our archive that are represented, whether homes and commercial buildings as well.
Oh, you include homes.
Yeah,
What about churches,
absolutely.
synagogues?
Yes. Yeah, we have the original blueprints for Temple Israel. We even have some letters from the 1930s about Boston Avenue Methodist Church and a few preliminary sketches of that. So, yeah, churches are very prominent in our collection as well.
Well, I know that there was, for a long time, there was funny you bring that up. There was a big controversy about who really designed Boston Avenue Methodist.
Yeah.
But the woman that got credit for it, justifiably, her home is just completely, undergone a restoration.
Yes. Yeah.
And it looks marvelous.
Yeah. The Oath Studio is stunning. The new owners really did it right. Really brought it back to its
Really turned it
glory.
proud.
Yeah.
Are there tours available through your organization?
Yes. Yes. We offer about 50 tours a year. So we have one almost every weekend.
They're on weekends.
Well, we do them all the time. Some of our programming's on Thursdays, some on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So every tour, every project or a workshop or class or event that we do is offered on a different day.
How in the world, how does one go about booking a tour, being on a tour, being part of one?
Sure. We do all our ticketing through Eventbrite, so you can find us there. You can also search our social media. On Facebook, we're Tulsa Foundation for Architecture, and on Instagram, it's tulsa.architecture, and we post all about our events there.
Well, I want to thank you for coming in, helping us understand better what's available.
Yeah.
And I would encourage anyone to contact your organization. You do have a website.
We do.
And all the information you need is on that website.
Yes.
Am I correct?
TulsaArchitecture.org.
There you go. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
Short break. We'll be back with more right after this. And we're back. Oklahoma senior law attorney Jorjana Marx. I knew I was going to do that.
That's okay.
I knew, don't sue me. Anyway, is presenting a series of classes navigating issues that many seniors face. She's here with more. Welcome.
Hello, thank
Good
you.
to have you here.
Yes, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
So many folks, and specifically in the senior range, are facing the very issues you're here to talk about. Enlighten us on the classes.
Yeah. So I like to do these classes because I feel like it's very approachable in the information I present. But it is on planning for your estate, which I jokingly call your stuff. We got a plan for your stuff. Where's your stuff going?
In the garage.
Yeah. And then, who do you want to have it if you pass away? Planning for your health and your incapacity. What if you're too sick to do things? We need to make a legal plan for that. And then planning for long-term care. Because statistically, a lot of us end up in long-term care at some point, and it's very expensive. So it helps to get ahead of it and start thinking about, how am I going to pay for it? What are the options? What benefits are available? And so as an elder law attorney, as part of my estate planning, I also factor in planning for long-term care. Mm-hmm. And that's what this series of presentations is about, just breaking it down. Here are your options. Here's what it looks like, and here's what you need to think about.
And there's a little something everybody should be aware of.
Yes, absolutely everybody, of all ages. We all have an estate because we all have things that are in our names.
I got a shovel I want to get rid of. I hate that shovel. It's a funny thing how simple our lives are in one respect. But as we grow, as we age, and we pull things close to us, we sign up for this, we become a member of that. All of a sudden, at the end of our lifetime, when we're really no longer in a position to be productive, what am I going to do with all this?
All of it, yes. And then a lot of times the people you want to have it are not interested in it. So that's kind of another element that surprises a lot of people. So
that's impossible because everything I've got's interesting.
I know.
I have a rake.
A rake and a shovel.
And a shovel. If someone wants to find out more, What do they do through you?
Yeah. So with us, you just call into the office and say, hey, I'd like to make an appointment to talk about things. And then whatever you've already got in terms of planning, we'd like to look at to see if it works for you. I try to make things as simple as possible for people. I find sometimes people have things that are just very simple, and you just don't need a lot of excessive planning to take care of your wishes. And so I try to make it simple. So we have a meeting to talk about all the things that you want to talk about and just make a plan how to go forward.
Is there a common denominator that you see from your vantage point?
Houses. A lot of people still own houses when they pass away. And so most of us don't want it to go through probate. And so that's a big concern for people. Probate. I want to avoid probate. And so houses are probably one of the biggest things that end up causing a probate.
Really?
So, yeah. So you need to plan for it.
I would not have thought that, but it makes sense. What about furnishings and knickknacks and all that? I mean, all of that has to be covered, doesn't it?
Well, so yes. We like to think about it. Sometimes people say, well, I wasn't using that stuff. And so they give it away during their lifetimes. Sometimes, like my grandmother, she went through and put stickies on everything on who gets what. And nobody had any conflict with that. And so, people took their stickied, little vase or their cabinet. And so there were no issues with that. But if there's going to be problems among people, you need to get it into a will.
Okay. Other advice you might have?
I just tell people to really plan for it. And I like to advise people on some do-it-yourself work, because there's some things that you can do yourself. But I say always talk to a lawyer first before you start doing your own deeds and moving things around and giving away big assets to your kids, because sometimes there are consequences to that, tax consequences, benefits consequences that we have to deal with. And so I say just talk to a lawyer first and see what the plan should be for you.
Yeah, because you don't want to burden them, with debt, which they could end up with.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. So
You got a website?
we do. We're at okseniorlaw.com.
Simple enough.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming by.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Really do appreciate it. But I got to tell you, I may be one of those knocking on your door pretty soon.
Great. Good. We'll talk about
Oh, no.
No.
I know where you'd take it. You got to get rid of that shovel.
The shovel first. Yes.
Thank you again.
Yeah, thanks.
Talk to you.
Okay.
Short break. We'll be back with more right after this. Tim Landis is an award-winning writer and photographer with a long career in the Tulsa area. My final guest today. Tim, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Good to have you here. You've got, first of all, I wanted to ask you, because I'm not familiar with the Tulsa Flyer.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I am the food, arts, and culture editor for the Tulsa Flyer. It is a newish, it launched in October, a nonprofit community journalism website. We cover the entire Tulsa metro and a little bit beyond when we need to, but no paywall. It is down to the streets and the neighborhood reporting. Our reporters are out. We have a staff of over 25. We share resources with the Oklahoma Eagle, the traditional Black newspaper in town. We all share a newsroom in downtown Tulsa, but it's hard to find us all there because we're all scattered about the city doing a lot of good work.
I don't understand the progression. I don't know how we got in this shape, but at one time there were over 40 newspapers in this immediate area. Now that's been years ago.
Wow.
And now they're all gone.
Yep.
So thank God we've got a player on the block.
Right. I mean, to have new media launching in this time. And thankfully, the Claremore Progress still exists. That was my first job, was delivering newspapers for the Claremore Progress as a teenager. Riding my bike right up Will Rogers to these neighborhoods up to the memorial. So yeah, that's how my career started. So I'm excited to be a part of new media in this day and age.
It's such a proud heritage to be a part of.
Yes, it is.
It really is, to carry the word, the events of what's going on in the city and the area.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's what I live for, being able to share the stories of people doing amazing things in our communities. I've done it in different ways throughout the years, and I continue to get a thrill every day from it.
Tell me something.
Yes.
Are our newspaper reporters as friendly now as they were 20 years ago?
Yes. Yeah.
As there was a time everybody thought they were in hard competition.
Yeah.
They really worked together.
Yeah.
If somebody had a lead, it's like the old, I don't know if you've seen the old black and white movies where they've got the phone booths lined up.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ran for a phone booth and one would fall.
Yeah.
And I always took that to be symbolic. Yeah, well, somebody didn't have a dime
Yeah.
or a nickel, however.
Yeah, and part of this deal we have going, it's called the Tulsa Local News Initiative, and we partner with KOSU Radio and The Frontier, which does investigative journalism. We partner with Oklahoma Watch, Focus Black Oklahoma, La Semana, the Spanish media that we have in Tulsa. So we're working together with all of them. We share content with each other, and also News on 6. They've been around longer than almost anybody in Tulsa as far as TV news goes. So to be able to have that partnership as well, it helps us get our stories out. That we're reaching a bigger audience that way. And it's cool to see us all working together, to your point.
You say there's no financial firewall there.
Right.
So if I go home and I pull you up on my computer,
Yeah.
I can get right in.
TulsaFlyer.org. It's that easy. And you can visit it every day. You can sign up for our newsletter. We do newsletters 5 days a week where you get our latest stories. You can share those with your friends. You can share them on social media. Everybody can click on it and read it and, get that news out there.
Is it fair to say you're fairly new?
I'm fairly new?
No.
Oh, the Tulsa Flyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. It is fairly new. It launched in October.
Okay, then you won't take umbrage if I say that this venture is desperately needed.
Yes.
To the extent that you could well end up in the vestige of we have the only informational pillar left.
That's the nightmare. When we started this, we wanted to be able to help fill in the gaps and the holes. The Tulsa World, being corporate media and the paper of record, their staff has been shrinking down, and not by choice. That's coming from above at a corporate level. They've had to lay off reporters every quarter, it seems. And so now our staffs are about the same size, and we don't have a sports department.
Mm-hmm.
We will do some sports features and stuff, but we don't do that type of coverage. They have 2 photographers. We have one coming in, and then I serve as a photographer, and a couple of others do on the staff as well. But, I mean, it's quickly feeling that way, which is scary because Tulsa's bigger than it's ever been. The metro has more than 1 million people, and the media is shrinking when it really should be growing.
See, I've always felt as though anybody, and I'm in the TV side of the information pyramid, but I've always felt like folks who get their news from one source, i.e. TV, are making a bad mistake.
They are, for sure.
They need to read it. They need to be able to hold it when necessary. And they need to be able to follow one that changes constantly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can only get so much context and so much of a story out of a 30-second, 60-second spot in TV news. Our stories on the mosque reporting and what's been going on in Broken Arrow and Tulsa with the mosque situation, that's something we've been able to do a lot of extensive reporting on that you just don't get elsewhere right now. And so, it's a huge asset to the city at a very important time.
You're not going to bail on us and say, well, I'm going to stop this on Mondays, are you?
No, not at all. I mean, we work 5 days a week, and we do some weekend coverage as well. But if anything, we'll be growing and adding more daily coverage. It's something we will be retracting anything. I mean, right now, the sky is the limit for us. And I don't mean that for a pun with the Tulsa Flyer, but it's truly the case. I mean, we are continuing to grow. And, people believe in us. The community is supporting us because that's how we operate, is through community support. We need donors. We need grants. We have a development team that is chasing that right now. But from $1 a month up, people are supporting us. And that's exciting to see. We've added reporters. We just added Jenny Graham, who is at the Tulsa World.
I know Jenny Graham.
Yes, senior reporter now.
Yeah.
And so she was doing opinion columns at the World for, 15, 16 years. She's now switched back to news. And so she's back on, hitting the street and doing reporting for us. So we have a lot of talent, young and veterans. And so it's really fun.
I read the other day that I believe it's the Tulsa World just promoted a young woman to take over as managing editor.
Yeah. Don't know her. I've never met her.
I've never met her either, but she said this was a dream of hers.
Right.
And wonderful, great. Take the ball and there's the finish line.
Yeah. Good luck.
Go for it. Make it work.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm encouraged to know your organization is behind that sort of thing.
Oh, we're rooting for the Tulsa World 100%. We don't want to have to carry all the weight on our back. We want to be able to be in the room forever with the Kevin Canfields, the Andrea Eagers, the Randy Crables. I'm hoping that I get to run into them and Mike Simon and others at events, and they're telling stories from their perspective and we're telling them from ours. Because like you said earlier, don't settle on just one media. You should be able to get different parts of the story from different people to get a full circle view of it.
Sure.
That's only going to happen if the Tulsa World is able to continue doing what they've been doing for over 100 years.
I got to tell you, the instructors at college level have got to be pulling their hair out right now.
Oh my gosh.
Trying to figure out, because you got these young students coming in saying, I want to be a reporter, or I want to be an anchor, or I want to be a writer, whatever.
Yeah.
How do you encourage them? What do you tell them?
To do the job. I mean, coincidentally, that happened here for me. I was a student here, and Hugh Foley pulled me aside and he said, whatever you do in life, you need to be writing. And that changed the course of my life. And so I left here with an associate's degree and went to OSU, where I worked at the O'Calley as a sports editor and did a lot of reporting there for a couple of years. And just this year, I went back as an advisor, and I've been helping out the O'Calley students there, the journalism students at Oklahoma State. I go once a month and spend time with them. And to what you're saying is exactly right. I mean, the field of journalism is a lot different than it was even when I came out 20 years ago. It has changed so much, but those who are passionate about the job and they're endlessly curious, they can do it. And, in this day and age, independent journalism is bigger than ever. And that's why I tell them all the time, write for yourself, create a Substack or something similar to that. Show what you're interested in, write, reach out to editors. I hire freelance writers all the time. I'm working with a student writer from OSU, a student writer from TU. I have them, getting real world experience as a young writer, because I know how important that is. And that excites me to see them get excited, because I can't be this forever. You
go, why not?
Right, I know. But I need them to come up behind us, and we all need it. And so those who are passionate about the job, they just have to put their head down and chase it like anything else. It seems like every industry is somewhat retracting or evolving or changing right now, but we're still going to need people to do those jobs. And so if you really want to tell stories, you want to do videos, you want to do audio stories, whatever it is, journalism needs it more than ever.
Can I get you to comment on a story?
Yeah.
I asked you before we started taping, is ICE in Tulsa?
Yeah.
They are?
They are, yes. I mean, ICE is everywhere. They have offices in Tulsa. They are operating in Tulsa. That's a discussion we're having in our newsroom. We've published some stories. We're looking for sources that want to share their stories. There are people who have been detained and let go. Tulsa County Jail has a wing that was originally used for mental health. You're intended for that is now being used for ICE hold. Those records are out there, public information. But yes, I mean, there are ICE operations happening. I think they're happening across America right now, and probably every major metroplex and everywhere else.
You know what you make me want to do? Go home and get my fedora and put a card in it that says press.
I would love that. Please do.
All right. I'll send you a photo.
I would love that.
We're all out of time. Thank you for being a part of it.
Okay.
We'd like to have you back. Will you come?
Anytime. This is an old home to me. I would love to come back.
Well, get ready to warm your cockles around the fire.
Okay.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
We're all out of time. Thank you for being a part of it, and we'll see you next time.